Hi guys, so this is June 15th, 2020, and futures are down this morning, and looks like a secondary wave of infections that swept across the states that are opening concern Wall Street a little bit, and futures are down like 500 or 600 points this morning. So let's jump to SPY as an ETF for S&P 500, and I drew these lines here because those are, in my mind, very strong support points for SPY. Right now, pre-market is trading at 297, but there is a strong support line at around 295, and if it doesn't hold, we may go lower and to the level of 271, 272. Okay, so let's hope it's going to hold, but in general, it's an interesting position. I would be looking for pockets of opportunities for in some of the industries and some of the stocks. So let's jump to corporate news. PVH reported previously, it's an apparel maker, and reported a loss of $3.03 versus $1.67 expected, and revenue also light. But in general, it's a pretty good company, apparel company. I mean, if we open this stock may go higher, even though it's trading lower right now, like around $46. I remember when it was trading at $130. So if it comes down, I think it's pretty low, in my opinion, to buy this around like maybe like $47 area. So that would be an interesting stock to pick up on a pullback, in my opinion. Okay, Dick's Sporting Goods, DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods. Actually, they jumped on Friday 9% after saying that they're reinstating their dividend. Okay, so that's pretty good news for Dick's Sporting Goods, and I think it's a pretty decent company to buy on a pullback. DKS, okay, HTZ. Hertz Global Holdings. Okay, so this company is in bankruptcy actually, but for some reason it just cannot fall to zero. That's where it's supposed to be, because it's in bankruptcy, guys, and people just keep buying it. I don't understand why, but right now company is trying to take advantage of this situation by offering additional shares. I think up to 500 million additional shares, which is like 1 billion of the worth of offering, and at the same time they're saying with the warning that those shares come in with the warning that it could be worth nothing. So I don't know. I mean, this recent activity prompted this company to sell more shares and come out of the bankruptcy. That's very strange to me. So to choose stock symbol HTZ, I wouldn't be in this company, but a lot of people are attracted by the fact that it's a cheap stock, but a lot of times it's, like I said before, it's fool's gold. HTZ. Okay, AAL. Okay, so AAL stock rallied on Friday after saying that its next quarter revenue will be down 90%, and said it reduced its cash burn from 100 million to 40 million. That's good news actually for American Airlines, and I don't know, this stock is trading around $15 pre-market right now, and I wouldn't be touching it at this point. They have a lot of debt, but the fact that they reduced the cash burn is encouraging signs. But in general, it's not a very strong buy for me. It's a hold for me. AAL. Okay, LULU. Lululemon Athletica. Okay, so they reported a weaker than expected first quarter revenue and earnings, and actually Citi maintained buy on this stock with a price target of $340. In my opinion, technically, it's a strong sell right now. Okay, so the MACD across here, I mean, in my opinion, it's coming out of the overbought territory, and technically, it's a sell to me. And in general, I don't understand why people love this company so much. I mean, it's like a cult stock, just like Tesla. But in general, I mean, Tesla has a lot of future. This stock, I don't know. I mean, it's trading extremely high, and it's a sell in my opinion. Lulu, that's a Lulu. Okay, an interesting company that I like is ServiceMaster Global. ServiceMaster is a company that produces termite and pest control products, disaster response and restoration products, janitor and cleaning products. Reported in okay numbers, but provided a really strong outlook for the second quarter. And RBC Capital maintained outperform rating and lifts price target to $46 versus $40. I think it's a pretty strong buy, in my opinion, and it's looking pretty good. SERV, the stock symbol. AstraZeneca, AZN. Okay, AstraZeneca reported Saturday that it agreed to supply Europe's inclusive vaccine alliance with up to 400 million doses of COVID vaccine. And they're working on this vaccine with University of Oxford. And it's in clinical trials, and in general, AstraZeneca is a very good company and has a lot of big wins lately with FDA, and I think it's a pretty good buy in my opinion, even though it's a little bit higher pre-market, but I still think it's a pretty decent buy. AZN. And in this space, I also like Inovio Pharmaceuticals, which is trading higher this morning, and Moderna also reported that Moderna is in talks with Israel to supply their vaccine, which is in clinical, also in late-stage clinical trials, and they're also talking with many other governments, but they're not disclosing which ones. And I also like Vir Biotechnology. Okay, so these stocks I like in the vaccine handling space. VICR. Okay, Vicor. Vicor is a manufacturer of power components and power systems for converting electrical power, and it announced a secondary offering actually of up to 100 million worth of shares. But Needham this morning lifts its price target to $80 and keeps a buy rating. And an interesting company in general, VICR, and I think it's a pretty good buy on a pullback. Okay, so next company is a smaller company called BBI, Brickell Biotech, and they're up a lot this morning, and they reported that its partner in Japan, conducted phase 3 study, and the results met all endpoints, and they're developing gel for excessive armpit sweating. And it's jumping like, I don't know, doubling this morning, 136%. I would be watching this. I would definitely not buy it at the open, but I would be watching this. Maybe it could take advantage of this recent volatility in the shares. BBI. Okay, so SNE. It's a Sony Corporation. So Sony reported previously that they unveiled actually more than 2,000 new titles for its upcoming PlayStation 5, and which expected to hit markets for this year holiday season. And in general, I think Sony is a very good company. It's good to pick up at this point. As you can see, the 50-day moving average crossed 200-day moving average, so technically it's a pretty good setup for the Sony to go higher. Stock symbol SNE. Okay, PRSP. Perspecta. Okay, so Perspecta is a provider of information technology services to government clients, and it was reported that activist investor Jana Partners took 5.9% stake in the company. So that's pretty good news for Perspecta, and I think it's a very interesting pickup to me. Okay, so it was trying to penetrate this area around 29, 28, 30 twice, but failed, and right now it was going lower, but I think it jumped on Friday, and I think it could be an interesting pickup on a pullback, as you know that every stock will pull back. Not every stock, but a lot of stocks will pull back this morning. PRSP. Okay, Mondelez. Stock symbol MDLZ. It's a food provider, and it was upgraded this morning to buy from hold. by Berenberg. They're saying that the food sector overall has the cheapest relative valuations, and I actually agree. And it's a pretty good setup for Mondelez, MDLZ, and I would be a buyer of this stock. Okay, and also there's another company called Form Factor, FORM. And this company is a maker of semiconductor testing equipment and was upgraded to buy from Holt at Stifel Nicholas. And that's an interesting company to be in right now, in my opinion. Okay, so another company is Nokia, NOK. Okay, it's partnering with Broadcom to develop chips for 5G equipment, and previously struck similar agreements with Intel and Marvell. So Nokia is an okay to buy for me under $4. I think if it goes under $4, like in the $380 area, that would be an interesting buy for me. And okay, and AVGO. And VGO is also a pretty good stock, but I'd like it to come down a little bit lower to buy it. And Marvell as well. Marvell is trading pretty high. It's a very good company and I like it a lot, but it's trading very high. I see this MACD crossing, so I would like it to come down a little bit on closer to $30 to buy this. But Intel, I'm very interested in Intel actually, because Intel is in a good position, trading pretty low in my opinion, like $59. If it's, I think it's a pretty good buy in this area, at $59 area. All right, that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you Thursday.